Are your insecurities leading to deception? Welcome to the Daily Devo. I am Vince Miller. This week, we're in 1 Samuel chapter 13. I've titled this chapter, Partial Obedience is Complete Disobedience. So chapter 13 jumps forward in time about 2 years after Saul's initial inauguration. Saul and Jonathan, who are his son, who's probably in his 20s or so, maybe young 20s, are going to divide forces and see if they can deal with these garrisons of Philistine soldiers encamped around the region of Israel. They encamped purposely to intimidate the Israelites, and here's how the first 4 verses of chapter 13 read. Saul lived for 1 year and then became king, and when he had reigned for 2 years over Israel, Saul chose 3,000 men of Israel. 2,000 were with Saul in Michmash, in the hill country of Bethel, and 1,000 were with Jonathan in Gibeah of Benjamin. The rest of the people he sent home, every man to his tent. Jonathan defeated the garrison of the Philistines that was at Geba, and the Philistines heard of it. And Saul blew the trumpet throughout the land, saying, "Let the Hebrews hear." And all Israel heard it, that Saul had defeated the garrison of the Philistines, and also that Israel had become a stench to the Philistines, and the people were called out to join Saul at Gilgal. So the author in this context captures 2 very interesting details here. First, we notice that Jonathan is the one who finally deals with that little garrison of Philistine soldiers mentioned way back in 1 Samuel chapter 10. If you recall, when Saul was making his trip back after being anointed by Samuel as the first king, he was told that he was going to meet with 2 groups of people, a garrison of Philistine soldiers, and also some prophesying prophets. This is that same garrison. Clearly, Saul has left this issue unaddressed for 2 years, which means that his son has to deal with it. And second, it's very revealing that Saul declares his son's victory, takes credit for it, and never corrects the misunderstanding that it was actually Jonathan's victory and not his own. So if you work in a large business with a very deep hierarchy, then this is about every day of your business existence, is it not? Insecure leaders in the hierarchy above you blame you if you fail and take all the credit from you if you succeed. And this situation here is just an early indication of the type of man and leader we know Saul will be. Insecure leaders who are untested and have questionable character will do deceptive things. And over time, these small deceptions will become more pronounced until they're finally exposed and called out. And if you want to avoid these issues in your life and leadership, you must assess your fears, what really scares you, confess your insecurities, so how that causes you to feel insecure, and then address your character faults along the way and ensure that you're not putting your faith and trust in anything else other than God, who is your salvation in every situation, every situation. So don't do what Saul does here today, which only tips his life and his leadership in the wrong direction. I love you guys. I pray this has blessed you. If it has, share it with someone else, and I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.